Awesome. So thanks everyone for being on the call. And we want to give a massive, massive welcome to two wonderful, powerful couple we'll be interviewing today. It's Shannon Masters and Liz Gemmell. Did I say that right? Gemmell?
Gemmell.
Gemmell. I thought I'd check that, yeah. And Liz. Cool.
Yeah!
Woo! Yeah.
We're so excited.
Oh my god, we are pumped! I am so pumped.
Woo!
Oh. Oh, so good to see you guys. So, firstly, how's Hamilton Islands been?
Bruh. Mind blowing.
Yeah?
Straight up. It was unbelievable. You know, we thought the ISA Derby was the best, but this just was next level, man. Every single thing was just amazing. You know, the best restaurants, the parties were amazing, finest dining, and I didn't spend one single dollar the whole time. It was so good. But to be able to catch up with everyone and, you know, rub shoulders with some of the best in the biz, and you know, they flying in international trainers from around the world. It's just, you know, money couldn't buy it anyways.
And also to get the training directly from David Wood with a small group, that's like priceless. To, you know, to be trained by such a pinnacle leader, and to be you know, forced to be outside your comfort zone is just going to make you a greater, not only a greater person, but greater within your business as well. So there's a lot of personal development that went on, a lot of soul searching, and for the greater. So it was just something that, you know, that everyone needs to experience. And, you know, everyone's got the same opportunity to, you know, this time next year to be at the next top achievers.
So good, guys. And we're going to go a bit into that later. I just wanted to see, because I know that's what you guys are recently up to. I see Shannon posting like 5 times a day on Facebook about it. So I just had to ask, because I'm working away here, just jealous every day with this GoPro.
Best friend.
And like the yoga pose, I saw like you guys doing yoga, and excited to talk about that a bit later.
Definitely need to work on a bit of flexibility, that's for sure.
Well, I want to start, guys, with saying congratulations on reaching your current rank now of 3-star Golden Circle, 3-star Crystal Executive. That's a huge feat.
Thank you.
Just to give people a sense of what that is. So that's between 40 to 60 cycles, which is between 112,000 to 165,000 US dollars per year that you two now have the ability to earn, which is really awesome. That's so cool. And it's just the awesome part of it is it's just a result of the amount of people that you guys have helped. So I really just want to congratulate you guys for the number of people you've helped more than anything.
Thank you.
So,
the lives you've changed.
Awesome.
Yeah, because that's what we love and you guys love as well. And also there's some brand new people on the call. Some people are just finding out about Isagenix as well. We thought, we know that this will kind of be business focused, but we just thought it'd be great for you guys, them to be exposed to you guys, because you're homegrown. So you're from the stomping ground. So.
That's it. And so I want you guys to, like, we're going to take it right back to the beginning. So just firstly, both of you tell us your story about how you heard about Isagenix and how you got started. So just
cool. So
either of you.
Yeah, so I'll go first. So we actually got exposed to Isagenix 3 years ago, and we didn't even open the email. So fast forward to 16 months ago, we were introduced to Isagenix by my sister Crystal. But before that, you know, I was pregnant at the time, and I was feeling really run down. I was feeling tired. I had no energy. I was very insecure with the way I looked. And some days I couldn't even get out of bed. So I was first introduced to Isagenix by my sister Crystal, and I've now been using the products for 16 months. As a result, I've been able to release 26 kilos since the birth of my 3rd child. And I now feel the healthiest and the fittest that I've ever felt. I've recently completed the Gold Coast Half Marathon, which was something on my bucket list that I wanted to do. So for me, Isagenix has been that product that has given me that life. But what excites me the most is that now both myself and Shannon have been able to retire from the traditional workforce with the vehicle of Isagenix, and we've been able to help so many people become fitter, you know, get into their skin that they're happy with, and lose the weight that they've always been trying to release, and just feel the best that they can ever feel. And that's really exciting for us. And also for us to be able to do that from the comfort of our home, raising our 3 boys, being present in their life, you know, not missing a footy game, not missing, you know, presentations at our 4-year-old's daycare. Those are the precious moments that we can now live in, because we don't have to worry about a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And
For me, I was eating pretty clean, and I was already using supplements at the time, and I had done a lot of study at the Institute of Bodybuilding.com, and I thought that I knew everything. You know, I was very, very skeptical. So when I got introduced to it, I was a little bit standoffish. I was sort of like, you know what, I think I just got to try it and see if it works before I can sort of pass any judgment on it. So I used it. I got some mad results, got some mega gains where I was losing fat everywhere, just getting shredded, massive. And from then, like at the same time, I was working about 70 hours a week as a personal trainer. Fast forward to now, like Liz said, I've retired from the traditional workforce, man, never going back. We actually found that we've been able to help more people with Isagenix in the last 12 months than we have in the last 12 years combined as personal trainers. And that for us was like, this is it, you know, if we can help more people, and that people that are not just physically in front of us, but interstate, international, I feel like we're in the right place. And, you know, the people that we're introducing it to are getting amazing results. And like Liz said, you know, it was very, very rewarding for us to wake up to those sort of ticks. You know, I've lost 8 kilos, I'm feeling healthier, or I've brought my husband home from the mines, you know, these sort of things.
It is mute now. Thank you very much. I'm all on now. Thank you very much.
So that's pretty much our story.
Oh, sorry. I've just muted you guys. My bad. Won't be a sec.
So that's pretty much our story, and you know how we got introduced to Isagenix. So you know, like I said earlier, we were exposed to Isagenix 3 years ago, but we just didn't even open the email. You know, and then when we tried the products, we thought, hey, is this the same thing that Shannon's uncle sent us 3 years ago? And it was. So yeah, we've never looked back, and it's definitely the best decision that we've ever made.
Yeah, for us it was the timing. I just don't feel like it was the right time back then, but also there was no follow-up. It just goes to show the importance of the follow-up, man. You got to follow up, because if he did, then maybe I would have had a look at it.
Yeah.
But there was no follow-up, so I didn't.
Awesome. You guys just answered my question too, because what I wanted to know was, why did you not reply to that email? What happened? Such a gap between the next exposure.
Yeah. And yeah, it was just a follow-up. Like, we didn't even look at it.
Just forgot.
And then when we got exposed to it again, and we really loved the products, that's when we went back into that email and found that he had been sent Team Isagenix. So so that, you know, really covers the importance of the follow-up process, because if we had been followed up back then, maybe we would have tried it. Maybe, you know, maybe getting that direct contact, or even just that phone call would have given us the probably the exposure to think, okay, let's look further into this. But none of that was done, so we didn't bother.
So perfect. Love it. And so you guys were product lovers to start with, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So in your first 30 days, what was it that got you guys excited? Was it those first 30 days results, and then you just wanted to just share it with people?
For myself, I had an altered program because I was pregnant at the time. So I took all my stuff into my doctor. I took the shakes, the fiber snacks, and a few other products. And after about 3 weeks, I started to feel energy increase. And like I'm going to be honest with you, everyone on the call, I was totally against the whole program. But what really got me is that was the only thing in my life that I had changed. And I thought, you know, at the time I thought, it can't be because of this nutritional plan. It can't be. But when Shannon started feeling the same as that's when we thought, oh, maybe it is. So for me, it was about 3 weeks in, and, you know, from not being able to get out of bed to then 3 weeks later being in the gym and like I was able to train right up until I was 38 weeks pregnant was a big clue for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah. During my first 30 days, was in the beginning, I sort of wasn't really sure on how this was going to work, but I was willing to give it a go. But I knew.
No, Shannon was going to do 28 days and send it back and get his money back because he's so budget.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a cheapskate, so that was my plan. I was going to go up to day 28 and send it back and make the most of this 30-day money-back guarantee. But it was about day 11, 12, where I just felt different. And I just knew from that point that I would be using these products for the rest of my life because I had used proteins and all these vitamins and things before, but I never physically felt any different. And I actually did with this one. My energy started to increase, was thinking a lot faster, mental clarity. But when I got to the end, I had dropped my body fat percentage down. I had a 6-pack abs, which I haven't had since I was like 10 years old. So I was pretty happy with that. And so was Liz.
So for us, it was definitely the products, and when we started noticing these changes in ourselves, we thought, we were kind of like, this can't be this program because like Shannon said, we have both used proteins for years and we had never felt that with the proteins. So it was definitely a light bulb moment then.
So cool, guys. And I just want to take it back even more because what I want people to get is what your life was really like before Isagenix. So, Shannon being an avid user and promoter of bodybuilding.com like I was before Isagenix too. What was life like using those products physically? What was your life like? What were the stress levels like and just your whole life in general? And you too, Liz, but what was your life really like before Isagenix?
Yeah, like in terms of having 2 boys and one on the way, financially and things, how were you guys kind of sitting?
Yeah, so my passion was personal training, but with my son was 2 at the time. With a two-year-old, I couldn't do early mornings and late nights because that's what personal training requires. And then we've got our older son who goes to school on the Gold Coast. So that was, an hour. It takes him an hour and 20. He goes to a specialized school, a sports specialized school. So that's an hour and 20 that he needs to travel every day. So personal training for me was just not an option. However, that was both Shannon and I's passion. So we made the decision that he'll continue personal training and I'll go back into an office so that I can do the kids and he can, do our passion. Yeah. So it worked for us, I worked 3 days a week. Our 2-year-old was in daycare from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. every single day. And that for me as a mother of 2 that's hard, hard to have to drop your kids off to school because you have no other choice. Mm-hmm. And then our older son used to wait at the train station for me to get home for a half an hour after school. And for me, that was not fair. It's not fair that he has to do that because we need to go and create someone else's dreams. So I was working in an office 3 days a week and it was hard to have a work-life balance. And then when I got home, it was straight, pick up the kids, get them home, feed them, dress them, put them to bed, and then, go to sleep and then do it all over again.
If you can imagine the life of a personal trainer, most people want to exercise before they go to work and want to exercise after they finish work. So that was the time that I really wanted to be home with my family when they're home, but I couldn't. I was at the gym, I was training people. And yeah, like Liz said, we thought we were doing pretty good. Like a normal sort of lifestyle. We were very, very busy, no extra time, but we thought this was normal, right? Mm-hmm. This is what everyone's doing with no time. And Liz and the kids, they had a pretty good sort of lifestyle that we thought. The challenges were that I was never present within those lifestyles. There were birthday dinners, I was never there. I was at the gym. There was our big boys grand final footy last year. I wasn't able to be there. I was at the gym. Just simple things like if the kids are sick or whatever, I'm at the gym, man. I missed out on so much stuff. And we sort of got to a crossroads and we thought, we've got this other one coming along. Like we have to do something now because we can't keep doing what we're doing, yeah, there was this one point where my 4-year-old, he sort of said to me one morning, he woke up early in the morning when I was leaving at about 4:30. And he just said to me, "Oh, Dad, where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going to work." He said, "Well, where have you been?" I was like, "Oh, I've been here." But I realized that I hadn't seen him for like 3 or 4 days straight, because when I get up, he's asleep. When I get home, he's asleep. And all of the times in between, he's at daycare. So that was really the point where it was heartbreaking, but we knew that we had to do something. Hey, we couldn't keep living that way.
So then I dropped my days down to 2 days a week, and then Shannon worked more at the gym.
Yeah, I picked my days up. We're just trying to juggle our time and everything, but it wasn't working.
Yeah, we thought, and like we did have a good life. We did provide a life for our family, and like Shannon said, me and the boys had a good life, but he was never there. He was always trading time for money, and we were out spending the money, or we were out doing our own thing. We'll go back to New Zealand and it'll only be me and the boys because he couldn't afford to not be at work because he's trading time for money.
Oh,
so yeah, that was pretty much our life before Isagenix, and like Shannon said, it was normal. We thought it was normal. We thought that that's what you needed to do. And we were looking at buying into a gym because we thought, okay, if we have our own gym, then we'll be able to spend a couple of years to get it up and running. And then we'll be able to, hire someone to go and work in it while we kick back. Well, we kind of looked at friends of ours who have bought a gym and 3-4 years in, and they're still working 5 a.m. till, 9 p.m. And we thought, okay, well, maybe that's not the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Just always searching for that one thing. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is amazing, guys. Like, did you both grow up in Papakura in Auckland?
Just me. I was the only one that was fortunate enough to grow up in that beautiful town.
I grew up in Wellington. I grew up in New Zealand, Wellington, Wainuiomata.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted people to know that you guys, even though you're over in Australia now, that you did grow up here, and quite humble beginnings too, Papakura, South Auckland. And yeah, I'm sure I know a lot of people will be able to relate to your guys' story so much. Like even Rach and I, even though we don't have kids, we do plan to have them someday. And, there's a lot of people with kids out there that, are going through exactly the same struggles. So to see what you guys are doing with your life now and the number of people you're helping and the amount of freedom that you're creating for yourself is just extraordinary.
Yeah, it really is. Like we grew up how you were talking about. My dad worked and we never saw him, and my mum looked after us, and that was how it was. Yeah. I remember how hard it was. So
you're right. Most people think it's normal.
Question as well?
Yeah, go for it, Mark.
I feel so special. Hey guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you guys. I remember when I hit 3-star and everything changed for me, and that was the time I actually believed in myself doing this. It took that long for me to actually think, holy shit, this compensation plan actually is real and it works. So I'm so excited for you guys. But you see, I think I found with my team a lot of the times, and some in New Zealand as well, they find it hard to they always ask me, how do I get people to get to consultant? How do I excite people to start sharing this product? So my question to you guys is, how do you get your peeps excited about sharing this? Obviously, you cannot become successful unless you help your people share the love. So what do you guys do to get them super excited?
So that's a really good question, Mara. And we actually do have a really big team in Auckland. And what really gets them excited is creating leaders. So we work very closely with our Auckland team and our Auckland leaders. And the way that they share Isagenix is through like exactly what we're doing now. So them actually seeing people who potentially were, the same as them. So them seeing real people making a change. Them, really casting that vision that not only financially but physically, like come on, let's be honest guys, like I know with my own family 90% of my family are overweight, and it's just really identifying that if they don't make a change now, then what is it for them in 2 years time, in 5 years time, in 10 years time? What is their life going to look like? So it's really casting that vision and really getting them excited that their life can be different if they choose to. So it's all about choices. And that's how we've really been able to reach out to our New Zealand team. It's just really showing them that the product works and there's no doubt about it. And if they find out what they want to do to achieve, you know, whether they want weight loss, energy, more energy, or whatever it may be, just letting them know that that can be for them, and just really painting the picture for them, saying, you know, how would you feel if you were 5 kilos lighter? Or, you know, what would that do for your life? For example, like my dad, he's lost 35 kilos. 35 kilos. His doctors said to him, quoted these words, "You potentially have added 5 years to his life." And what did he spend by doing that? Bought a President's Pack, $700. Like, come on, let's be honest. The crisis is so big in New Zealand, and they need this.
Yeah.
It's not a choice.
I'm loving this. This is so cool. All right, so you connect with people, you paint the picture for them, you are products of the product, and you just connect with them on a more, I guess, creating a bit of a relationship so you can really paint the picture, what could that do for them?
Yeah.
So that's kind of it. And then you help their people do the same with their families and friends. Once they've started, they become the product of the product and etc.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's really cool. Thanks
And we
so much.
also, that's okay. And we also have a product page. I don't know if you guys, you probably have one. So our product page has a lot of before and afters of everyone, like, you know, Kiwi, Aussies, and that's really been able to help us build our business from that.
Like a prospect page where you can add people and they can see results, etc.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of doing that in our own stuff. And if you're not, maybe put something in a chat and we'll be happy to add you to ours if you're a lost one.
We've actually only just started a product page in the last 6 weeks.
Yes.
So it's really new for us, but it has helped our business.
Yeah.
It's so funny you say that, and thanks for those questions, Mara, because it'll lead perfectly into what I want to go into next. So it's funny you say it, because about 6 weeks ago, we just created our product info page. We had a team page where only the team was being connected onto that page if you were in Isagenix, but now we've turned it into a product info page, a cleanse page, so that, where prospects can come on, and just like you guys said, it is just blowing up, and people, I've been adding a whole bunch of my people who have wanted to, you know, hear more about the products, and the before and after they see, they just talk everything. They just speak more than any amount of words can ever talk.
Yeah, because like you said, it's terrible. Like in New Zealand, like what we're seeing is shocking. Yeah, I was only saying it to my parents today, So
yeah, perfect. Just as Mara said, if any of you on this call or who listen to the recording would like to be added to our product info page too, just let Rachel or myself know. Just give us a message on Facebook. We'll be happy to add you guys in. Cool. So the other thing we wanted to go on to is I remember seeing you up at Summer Kickoff on stage, Shannon, for the Ice Body Challenge. So I wanted to connect like what you talked about being a product of the product, and so now just sharing with me, how did it feel being up on stage for, you know, Ice Body, and also tell us a bit about the Ice Body Challenge, because there'll be some people who are in it currently, you know, who are looking at entering into it. So just share your story around your Ice Body Challenge, with what you did with it.
Yeah, man. I love the Ice Body Challenge, and I think it's an awesome business builder as well. You know, it gives people a chance to commit to something. For me, at the time, I was going through a bit of an unhealthy patch in my life where I had some pretty unhealthy habits. So I really used that to just kickstart me in the right direction. I never thought that I would, I don't know, get recognized the way that I did, or even especially win something. Like I never win anything. I never won anything until I joined Isagenix, really. Now they're just giving stuff at it, you know, they're just giving it away. But what it felt like to be up on stage was awesome. You know, just get the recognition and meet the corporate staff as well. Amazing bunch of people that are running this organization in Aussie and NZ. You know, getting that $3,000. It wasn't even the 3K, bro. It was just that massive check, I just wanted that big check, bro. It was boss ass. It's hanging up on my wall right now, man. I love it, So I would have been happy with just that, bro. That big piece of foam. But yeah, I continue to do these IsaBody challenges because it does challenge you. You know, you get to set goals, and then you break down the steps that you need to achieve your goals. And I'll just keep doing that over and over because we get $200 product voucher at the end. You get a T-shirt, get a certificate, you get all this stuff, man. But like you said, you know, being a product of the product, who's going to do an IsaBody challenge? Like, if you ask someone to join, like, why would they join if you haven't even joined? It's like asking somebody to, you know, get to a certain rank, and it's hard to follow, you know, those steps if the person telling you hasn't done those steps.
Yeah.
So being a product of the product, absolutely. Yeah.
No,
Awesome.
so perfect.
Yeah. So
And also as a partner, we actually do IsaBody together.
yeah.
So for partners out there, if you do it, you know, if you're going to do one, just encourage your partner to do it, because you're constantly with each other, you're constantly motivating each other, and that's just going to help you with your results and help you, you know, be accountable to someone. So it's definitely, we're on our 3rd IsaBody challenge.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks, guys. And you can motivate each other and get into the gym together and stuff as well, then, can't you?
Yeah, but I don't listen to him.
Yeah, never has, man, never has. But it's the importance of the 3rd person validation.
Always.
It definitely is, because like Shannon will say to me, oh, you know, try this exercise, it's really good for this part of your body. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, no, it's okay, I'll just do my own work, you know, own session. And, you know, a week later, another trainer will say, oh, you should do this. And I'll be like, oh, yeah. And then I'll come back and tell him. And he's like, I told you to do that. So that just really demonstrates the value of third-party validation as well.
Definitely.
That's so cool.
So I wanted to know, kind of like, we talked through, obviously you had a great product experience, and, you know, Mara touched on your team and stuff. At what point did you start to think, sorry, it's coming down. At what point did you start to think, you know, oh, I really want to tell people about this, and I think that this can be something that we can do as a business? So when was that, and how did it kind of look in terms of what you were doing?
Yeah, so what happened was, after we got our good results, I had a number of clients that I wanted to use as sort of like guinea pigs to try it on them as well. So I tested it out on a few of my clients. They got some awesome results. We started winning like all the gym challenges and stuff, and people were asking me, bro, how come you keep winning like challenge after challenge with all your clients? And I was sort of quiet about it. I was sort of telling a few people, oh, it's Isagenix.
We actually started people on the program and told them not to tell anyone.
Don't tell her you got it from us.
Don't tell anyone that you got it from us. So when we first started, when we registered for the pack, we had a bit of a debate on whose name would go on the thing, because we didn't want to be attached to any sort of scheme, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I had a bit of a reputation in Brisbane as, you know, being like one of these personal trainers, quite up there. So I didn't want to attach my name to something that, you know.
I actually read all the terms and conditions.
Yeah, I didn't want to be attached to a pyramid scheme. So,
yeah, so we registered the pack in my name, and as we got referrals, we just gave them. My sister enrolled us, and we gave them to her, and we said, no, we don't really want to build this business thing. And she was new as well, so we didn't know what we were doing. And then she started enrolling people under us without us doing it. And the moment where we knew that this was something we needed to look into was the first time we got paid. And I remember that moment. It was $512 because we had, I don't know, enrolled a couple of people. Well, she had enrolled them for us. And I said to her, hey, I got this email. Is this like Monopoly money? And she was like, no, it's like real money. And I said, you can't get real money like from this, like from just like feeling good. How does that work? And I didn't believe her until she transferred the money from my ISA wallet to my bank account, and I seen it in my bank account. And that's when I was like, so it's real money? And she was like, yeah, I told you that 4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
so,
we were asking her, you know, how does this work? But she didn't know either. She got us in contact with the person that enrolled her, and we started speaking to him, and he's like, oh yeah, there's this business thing attached to it, but I didn't tell you guys because I didn't think you'll be interested in it. I'm like, bro, no, we've just got this money, man. Like, I've been spending hundreds of dollars on supplements for years and years. Of course I'm going to be keen for it.
Yeah, so then that moment that we got paid was a moment where we thought we need to look into this further. And we did, and we failed so badly. Like, we were making our own flyers because we didn't know anything. So we hadn't been to any events. We didn't even know that, like, Isagenix had a community. And we made our own flyers. We were in the process of making our own website. We didn't know what compliance was. We told people that they need to do this program. Like, we were just so terrible. But we failed for a few months. And then we went to our first Super Saturday. And that was the biggest light bulb moment when we seen people standing on stage. And because we were sold on the products, we had already committed to being on the products for life because of our results. Yeah. And when we seen people on stage, and I remember this one guy that Jackson Parr interviewed, and he said that he had earned $1,800 in 1 week from Isagenix. And I looked at Shannon and I said, mate, and like this guy, like, not being disrespectful, but he like had, like he was hoary as, and and like I was like, if he can do this, I'm sure we can do this. And like, I didn't believe it for us at the time, but all I knew is that I love the products, and if that hoary guy on stage could do it, we could do it. That's all I knew. So I think for Shannon, it was when someone got up for recognition, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was.
We were consultants.
He's a good friend of mine now. Yeah, we were consultants. He's a good friend of mine, but they were doing the recognition. They're like, all the 1-stars stand up, all the 2-stars, and all that sort of stuff. And this guy stood up, and yeah, he was hoary as, like, cut jeans, bro. He had chucks on, like.
He was Māori.
Yeah, Māori dude. And he stood up. He was like 4-star. I was like, I don't know. He's lying. He's lying.
And Shannon followed him around for the rest of the Super Saturday.
And then I went and caught up with him. And I was just talking to him, but we're really good friends now. It was so funny.
Yeah. And just seeing people that we were like, if they can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
And that was, and like, just people like us, people like Kiwis, people that we could relate to. And that's why it's important for us when we speak to people that we connect them with someone that they can relate to. Because we know that's how we kind of caught the vision. Yeah. And then we continue to fail from that point.
Yep.
We continue to try to do our own systems. We tried to actually write actual eating plans and training programs for every single person in our business.
Hundreds.
Like hundreds.
Bro, every single person, yep. Crazy.
So we failed for a very long time, but we were learning, we were learning.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I can 100% relate. We did all the same stuff, like Adam and I, and the first few of us that started in New Zealand in our team, like crazy flies, everything, business cards, also. So a couple questions. Firstly, Mara was asking what does hoary mean? So not everyone probably will know what hoary means. So that's a valid question. So what does hoary mean?
Hoary.
What would you define it as? Well, this guy, he was in Jandals, and he had like cut shorts on, and he had a basketball singlet.
Oh, so he
wasn't, he was standing up there, and he wasn't in a suit. He wasn't like, I could connect with him because he was someone that I could connect to.
Yeah.
And that's because
typical Isagenix.
Because you're hoary.
I'm not hoary, but you know what I mean. He was someone that I could really connect with, and that was a moment. If they had someone like Herb Cepeda get up on stage, I wouldn't have connected with him at that point. So I would have been like, oh, it's okay for him. Because, he's like got this mad accent, and look, the words he uses, I don't even understand them. So, so I could just connect with that guy. And I was like, if he can do it, then we can do it.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's
awesome.
So true. That for me, even I can relate to that. Like, I know when I've seen a few people either come up from Australia, even when I saw Brett and Sammy come over, even when I saw those two, they're so down to earth and just sharing just 2 people with 5 kids, like just getting by, and they just went hard and they worked hard.
Yeah. And another reason why we got you guys on this call, because we can connect with you, like you can connect with the people we speak to in New Zealand, and that's so important, that to show people that, like you say, anybody can do this. So you had like this, this time when you were like sharing with people, and at the gym and stuff, and then you went to the Super Saturday, and then after that, just kind of like going through your, you know, your process, your journey. When did you see like things to start to create like momentum? What point was that?
Yeah, so we were really excited the whole time, just sharing, doing all the wrong things. But it wasn't until we found out about isagenixbusiness.com, and then when we like clicked on it, and we were like, this is what we needed. Like, this is every single thing that we were trying to create. This is all the answers that we were looking for, all in one website, you know? So once we found that, that's when we started actually treating this like a real business. And we actually started to set goals and put steps in place to achieve these goals. Was once we found that isagenixbusiness.com, hey.
Oh, man.
And also at that Super Saturday, we, you know, we were only maybe a month into our products at that Super, or maybe 6 weeks, I can't remember exactly. But I don't know why, but they had the, you know, buy 3 celebration tickets. And at the time, I was like, I'm not spending $300 or whatever it was on a ticket to go to an event. But my sister said, look, I'm going to buy them and you just pay me back. And I was like, oh, I don't really want to, but okay. So that was another moment too, making the commitment without even knowing what was going to come out, you know, what was going to come out of it to go to celebration. So we bought our tickets at that Super Saturday. We come home and then we bought our tickets to the America Super Saturday, to the America celebration as well, because we knew that there was something there. We knew something was special about this. We just had to find out how it worked.
Yeah.
So, it was making the commitment to those 2 events that really, you know, set in stone. And, you know, at the time I said to Shannon, we need to help 4 people start so we can pay for those tickets.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, 4 president's packs, 4 double PIB to pay for the tickets. Yeah. So it was just taking that leap of faith and that making that investment as well.
Oh, so good. You guys, it's amazing. There's so many key things in there. Like using the tools, using the systems, going to events, getting your people to events, all that is so important. But the key thing I wanted to note about what you guys said, and you kept saying it, that you just kept failing over and over and over again, but you stayed excited, you stayed motivated the whole time. It takes a special person to do that. Like, not everyone is like you guys, and not everyone can stay motivated, and that's where the pitfall is. A lot of people give up along their journey in Isagenix and stop taking the action, stop doing the do. So what is it that you guys did to just keep motivated no matter how many times you kept failing?
Yeah, so going back to like in that position we were before Isagenix, I saw this as like, this is the only way, you know, it's do or die. And I just couldn't see us going back to the life that we had. Hey, it was just even stressful just talking about it just before, you know. So it was, for me, it was that, hey, it was do or die, man. It was this, or if it wasn't this, then what else do we have?
Yeah.
And I think, and for me, it was the products. Like, it was the products. It was the knowing. So the knowing that I was getting these results, the knowing that Shannon was getting these results, and the knowing that so many more people out there need this product. So for me, it was the drive of the products. And then as we earned money, you know, every week, it was like a blessing. Like, 2 things had come together. We had the product and we had the compensation plan, and it was, you know, a no-brainer. We just had to figure out how we can make this work for us. We have my sister who sponsored us, and she's a product lover. She doesn't share the products as often. So we literally, for the first 200 members in our team, we knew every single person. So we literally built our team. But it was the excitement that I felt that people were attracted to. We were just excited. We knew that if one person out there could do it, we could do it. And if this hoary guy with the basketball singing along could do it, we could do it. And we stayed excited about that. The driving the products and then being excited, that's how we started to build our business. And it wasn't an easy build, like, it wasn't at all. But because we had that motivation and that end result, we knew what the end result was going to be, and we still know what our end result is going to be. We just need to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
that answer the question?
Yeah, 100%. Awesome.
Definitely. And you know, the next thing I wanted to kind of lead on, going from like a New Zealand point of view, like for a lot of the people we connect with, you know, it is kind of tough times for them in terms of the money that they earn, if they earn money. And how do you kind of get over those hurdles? You said that you kind of show them this is what you can have, but when you're asking them to go share with people, you say you've got a big team in New Zealand. How does that look in terms of helping them help people who aren't very kind of flush with money to afford to buy their first President's Park? What do you do in terms of that?
So with our New Zealand team, we like our friend Jo, she's our biggest leader in New Zealand. She's recently moved here, but we drive with the President's Pack, but we'll help someone get started with a 30-day cleanse because we understand the economical crisis in New Zealand. However, we break it down for them. You know, it still works out to be like, I think it's about $8-9 a meal. And we break it down for them, and then we identify to them, you know, we find their why. We find out why they want to do this and how this is going to change their life for solely the product.
Yeah.
And then from there, if they want to get started and they can't afford it at the beginning, then we put a set in stone a payment plan. So they will save, you know, $100 a week for 4 weeks or 5 weeks. And team, yeah, we found that, you know, once you can identify why they want to do it, why they want, you know, the end result of better health, then it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, 100%.
And we need to treat them just like we treat our Australian people getting started.
Cool.
So it's not going in with the knowing that they need this, they need Isagenix in their life. It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Definitely, yeah, 100%. And
but definitely the payment plan, like getting them to sit down, work out their finances, and then saving for it if they can't afford the one-up payment.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Zoe.
Cool. And I want to go on to now. Isagenix is amazing as a company, as we know. Like the way they incentivize us to, you know, all we really have to do is, you know, build our business, and they help give us, you know, all these trips. Like for instance, you were talking about the Hamilton Island, and you know, Isa Derby and the Welcome Home Challenge, and all these, you know, things we've got going on at the moment in terms of incentives is crazy and so awesome. And another thing I want to acknowledge you two for is I looked at, you know, from the last week, in the first week of the Welcome Home Challenge, you guys are #1 on the scoreboard in terms of points for the Welcome Home Challenge.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, brother. Cheers, man. I was like, which one's that one? Yeah. Another one. Yeah. Thanks, brother.
No worries.
Thank you.
So everyone knows that's a new challenge, and it's whoever gets a certain number of points is able to go over to Arizona, gets flown over there by the company, return flights, gets accommodation, you know, for the top 12 individual points earners. So it's an amazing challenge. I get to go, you know, meet Jim and Kathy Cooper, the co-founders, John Anderson, the founder of the company, the master formulator, and you get to get your name put into the stone. So it looks like you guys currently on your way to get your name in stone at the World Health in Arizona, which is cool. All of us are like going hard for that. A lot of us who, you know, I live with and we're doing the business. So I just want to acknowledge you guys for that being #1.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
And sorry, did you have a?
Oh yeah, my follow-on question was just, what is it that you guys have? Because currently, if you didn't know, we're all in the people who are running their own Isagenix business are at the end of a 90-day global game plan. And we've been working really, really hard over the last 2.5 months, all of us, and you guys especially. So what has been the thing that has caused, or the things that have caused your success and the results that you guys have gotten, and the rank advancement you recently got as well in this last 90-day global game plan?
Yeah, for us, it was really understanding that we needed to create other leaders. You know, we couldn't get to where we want to be just by ourselves. So for us to be able to empower other people and just really duplicate ourselves into other people, teach our people to do exactly the same thing, and then to teach their people to teach their people, and so on and so forth. But really just create other leaders, which has really, really helped to start to skyrocket our business really over the last maybe 6 months. Has really started to take off.
and just really working with our team. So when we identified, you know, people that wanted to run, we just picked them up, we met them where they were, and we were like, let's do this together. It's not just, you know, this is not mine and Shan's team, this is our team. So really empowering them that they, you know, they call shots. We have people in our team who call shots, and giving them that empowerment to do that. Not being a micromanager, because that's not gonna empower people by doing that. So when we were able to identify people who wanted to run, give them responsibility, and then say okay, and asking for advice from them, because we don't always know what's best, but our team does. You know, they're the ones that know, you know, their downline, or you know, and so forth the best. So just really working with a team, and not like here's us and you know, and then the team's there. So that's really helped us. For Shan and I, having accountability partners has been our best thing.
Yeah, so we caught up with a couple of people down the Gold Coast who aren't financially connected with us, and just being able to catch up at the end of each week, set some new goals for the next week, and talk about if we achieved our goals for that current week. And you never want to go into it like, oh, yeah, guys, I didn't reach my goals. You know, you don't want to do that. So we always felt like we had to show up with something. And we offer ideas, but we also take ideas from them. We try it out with our team. But like what Liz was saying, for example, our current ISA Derby team, we gave the captaincy title to a consultant. One of our consultants. She had only been in the business for like a number of weeks, and we handed it over to her because we could see that she had a lot of potential, and we felt like if we just gave her the responsibility of handling the team calls, you know, doing all the point systems and all that sort of stuff, that's going to empower her to become a greater leader, and it definitely has. It really has.
So just things like that have really helped us.
We've all got different strengths, so it's about, you know, identifying which strengths each person has, and really bringing those out to contribute to the greater team.
Perfect, guys. That was so much gold in there, what you said for people on the call. And you know, I think the big thing is that, you know, when we say that you're 3-star Golden Circle, 3-star Crystal executives, that's massive that you've got like 3 executives under you. So, you know, when we saw that, we were just like, these guys are changing lives big time, because you've really empowered people to just be where you are, to grow and be great. And that's just awesome.
And
thank you. Yeah, like I always say to people, you know, our team is our rock. Like, our team is the bomb. And our 3 executives that we do have, 2 of them are my good friends, and one of them's a girl that Shannon went to school with. And it's just, you know, bringing out their strengths, and they can see if we can do it, they can do it. It's simple. Yeah.
Awesome.
I love like how you guys work together, and you put your ego to the side. Like, it's not about pride, or you know, it's our team, and we run the team, and we provide the leadership. Like, what I hear that's different. So actually what we're doing that's missing at times is that you just put your ego to the side, and you just empower other people to step into their leadership and really take on, you know, being the leaders that you know and you can see they are, whether they know it themselves or not. I love that.
There's a couple of things you know, we're kind of running out of time, so there's a couple of things I just wanted you to touch on before you go. Like, what was it like getting the phone call to say that you're going to Hamilton Island?
Shannon recorded it.
That was crazy.
If you have we'll send it to you.
Yeah. 100%.
We were going to watch our big boy play rugby league, and we're sort of just walking down, and my phone rang, and I seen the number, and it was Steve Foxy, and I was like, I wonder what he's. Oh no, I hope I haven't done anything that's incompliant. I was like, hello, and he's like, "G'day, buddy. How you going? Hey, mate, I've got some really exciting news for you." And I was like, "Bro, what's up? What's up?" He's like, "Is Liz there?" I was like, "Yeah, Liz is there." So I put it on speaker, and he goes, "Look, I just want to let you know that we are going to be extending an extra special invite for you and Liz to come to Top Achievers." And then we were just like, "Oh my God." And then Liz is there. She's like,
I felt like I was going into labor.
Liz starts crying. Tracy gets on the phone. Are you okay? I was like, yeah. Liz is just, are you all right? She's sitting down. We're putting up our fold-out chairs and just like sitting there because it was just unreal for us because we knew the criteria that we needed to get there. We needed to be 6-star, I think, to get there. We had done everything else except get to 6-star. So we thought we were out of the running. So when we got the call, it was of total shock and surprise.
Yeah, it was like a moment that, like, you know, it was just the unreal moment. And, you know, we've had top achievers on our vision board for so long. And it's really made me believe that if you just keep going and you keep doing the do and you know, throw away your excuses and you just continuously keep going and keep going and keep going, then you will be rewarded. Like, they do recognize that. And that's what really sold me in terms of having 100% belief in the company, was the fact that we had met every other criteria. I think it was, you know, stay paid as executive, get 120 points in ISA Derby, play in the bonus pool. So we met every criteria except for that one of being, you know, reaching 6-star.
Yeah.
But it still didn't take away the belief that I felt that we, you know, we could be there.
Yeah.
And when you can work from that conviction and that belief level, then that's when things will happen for you. You know, and Fox Steve said on the call, he said, you know, we've been watching your center and we know that, you know, that you can do good things in the company. Yeah. And that just really cemented it for me with the company, 100% belief in the company. And that was the same as ISA Derby as well. So with ISA Derby, our team wasn't in the running, but we still didn't give up. We still didn't think, oh, well, you know, our team's not top 30, let's just sit back. It motivated us every week. Yeah. Sometimes we'll get on our team call and it'll just me and Shan, but we still got on the call and spoke to each other, because you've got to continue to do the do even when people are not watching. And that's what's really given us that drive. Because no matter, you know, no matter who's watching or who's on the call, you just keep going. Yeah. Don't let anyone else interfere with your direction and where you're going. And that's really what we've been doing, right? Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Good question.
My question was, how was our reaction after Top Achievers?
Oh, yeah.
This is freaking awesome.
Oh, you guys are freaking extraordinary. And just last thing I wanted to hear was, what's it like just being an extraordinary power couple who makes a difference to people every single day of your life, and you just know that you're impacting thousands and thousands of people, and you'll continue to do that forever and just get the best compensation of it, which is not the money actually, but the gratitude and thanks of others. What's it like to live that kind of lifestyle?
Yeah, I think we both look at it in different ways. I'm just having fun with it, eh? It's so much fun, man. Like, you get rewarded for, there's so many incentives. There's honestly an incentive, pick your nose, man, and they'll give you some money, bro. Like, it's unreal, man. Yeah, there's monthly bonus pools, there's these holiday bonuses, I don't know how many international holidays they give, like 6 per year. It's just unbelievable, man. So I'm just having fun. I don't even know where we're going, man, but I'm just doing the stuff. And Liz is the one that knows all the numbers. I'm just out there doing backflips, man.
For me, it's about bringing out the greater self in everyone. Becoming the best version of yourself, helping other people become the best version of themselves, both physically but also financially. You know, if you want something, go and get it, because Isagenix is a vehicle that can get you there financially. But what I've really loved is the growth between Shannon and I as a couple. It's really brought out all of his weaknesses. It's really made us identify our strengths and work together. You know, we still pinch ourselves every single morning when we wake up. Like, I think for the first month that Shannon finished his job, he'll wake up in a panic thinking, oh no, I've missed the session, you know, because I've woken up and I haven't woken up to an alarm. Yeah. So to wake up to your children every single day and not have to wake up to an alarm, it's something that you just can't explain. You just have to experience it, because Isagenix is a vehicle that can give you that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Throw away excuses. Throw away the fact that I don't know enough people or whatever it may be, and get out and do the do. Talk to new people. Like, talk to 5 new people every single day. And it doesn't have to be about Isagenix. It can be about just, you know, smile at people. We've made a pact that every time we go on the lift, we're going to say hi to that person, even if they don't say hi back. Just little things like that. Because when you can start having those conversations naturally, it's just all going to happen for you. And just with this ISA Derby as well, we've had every single member in our team achieve their points. Because we made a pact that we're not going to go to the next ISA Derby by ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
We set the intentions like really early on. Like, it was serious, man. Like, this is a competition and we want to be competitive. So we said to every single person on the first call, we had all of our people on there, and we said to them, you know, if you even have a shadow of doubt that you might not get your points, hang up the phone now. Get off the phone now, because we want every single person to get their points, because, you know, it is a competition, so you can't always choose your friends. That's what we done on the last one, and it failed us. So, I mean, what's going to be harder? I mean, kicking one of your friends off the team, or losing the entire trip because one of your friends didn't get their points?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what we've done with this ISA Derby, and I think, I don't know, the last time the scores were up, our team's called the Cheeky Duckies Brisbane.
Oh yeah, I've seen you guys. Yeah.
And our we've got a Cheeky Duckies Auckland team that are going really well as well. So we've got 2 teams that are you know, are competitive, and I believe that both teams are going to be there.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's about setting the intention from the word go and casting the vision. You know, we had our one of our girls, she was like, on our first call, she had like all of this hula stuff going on the call, and, you know, and just really showing people what the outcome's going to be. Photos of Hawaii, everything.
Amazing.
That's beautiful, guys. Well, our time's up now. I could talk to you guys forever.
Yeah,
You guys,
my God.
you guys
Hey,
are,
man, we're just having fun, eh?
Freaking lady boss.
Yeah,
Love it.
there
I
you
love it.
she can relate. But, you know, I just want to give a massive thank you so much to you to giving up your time, and because I know it's really valuable to you guys, and you guys are just absolutely extraordinary and an amazing power couple, people who make a huge difference in the
Thank
group.
you.
So thank you so much for your guys' generosity, your love, and your time for us and our team tonight. And we just can't wait to catch up with you.
Oh, thank you.
And before we
Thank you so much for letting us jump on the call. We can talk about Isagenix, or we talk about Isagenix 24/7. So thank you. We really appreciate your guys' time, and, you know, we hope that we've been able to help in some sort of way. So thank you. We feel very privileged to be on this call.
Yeah.
9 days left, man. 9 days left of point accumulation.
we're friggin'
Get there.
We are, but we're going hard. We are going to go hard, especially after this call. So you guys probably don't know, but we have a special little thing that we do at the end of every Zoom call. So Adam or Sean, whoever wants to chuck on the music, I'm going to unmute us now, and we're going to jam out the way we say thanks to every couple or person at the end of our calls. Here we go.
New Zealand way.
You used to call me on my ring. You used to. Yeah. You used to call me on my cell phone.
I know when you need my love. I know when the hotline bling. That can only mean one thing.
I know when the hotline bling.